3, 2, 1. Oh, that is satisfying.
Oh no, that's going to be the cold open.
It is.
Welcome to Shut Up and Answer the Question, the show where I'm Ethan Lawrence.
I'm Sean Antony.
That's the new one.
We have derailed this one instantly, literally less than 30 seconds in.
That's the one I'm trying something.
Oh.
Right? Don't criticise me for trying.
I'm not criticising. That has creased me up instantly.
Good. I gave it a go. All right.
Yeah, and it worked.
It worked. Okay. We're keeping that then. Shut Up and Answer the Question, the show where.
Yes.
Where things happen.
Where things happen when you send us one question and we take forever to answer it.
If you want to send us a question, you can. You can find us on socials, on Instagram at Shut Up and Answer Pod. You can find us on TikTok at Shut Up Pod. In addition to that, if you want to send us an old-fashioned email or a fax, you can't send us fax. If you want to send us an email, we don't have a fax machine. If you want to send us an email, it's shut up. Is it? Yeah, shut up.
It's shutuppod@yahoo.com.
I forgot. I panicked. I knew what it was and I panicked. Yeah. Shutuppod@yahoo.com. SHUTUPPOD@YAHOO.com.
Yes. The alternative for Gmail.
We don't like Gmail, but we do have to make one for the YouTube.
We couldn't find Lycos or Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. AskJeeves.net. .fr.
Yes.
It's based in France, probably. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Do you want a question?
Yeah,
right.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll ask one then.
That one seemed more efficient than the previous.
Well, I've cut down the intro significantly, so I think we're streamlining now.
There we go.
At about fucking time and all.
Streamlining on a podcast about tangents.
Well, that's what we need to get off the intro. So the fact that we're still talking about it is antithetical to our goals.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shut up and answer this question from Harry Bolton on TikTok.
Thank you very much, Harry Bolton.
Thank you very much, Harry Bolton. Please answer us. Harry Bolton. He asks, if you had to place a bet on any word that in 24 hours no person in the world says, what would it be?
No person in the world says, what, for 24 hours? Forevermore?
In a 24-hour period, no one says a word, and you have to place a bet on that.
In the world?
In the world.
Oh, God.
In the world.
In a world.
In a world. Have you ever done that? Have you ever trailered something?
I've done a couple of trailer voices, not for big things, but they want the trailer voice. But it's.
Did you put on the voice?
I did do the voice, but it's when you can create your own characters when you do like a bad impression.
Right.
And so, yeah, I started off with the inner world, and then it kind of... Yeah, and then I kind of bring in a bit more Peter Dixon, I suppose, and then it becomes...
Inner world!
And it does, yeah. You've got like the mix of the two. Inner world!
I mean, he never does that, does he, Peter Dixon? He doesn't do film trailers like that.
Coming this summer! I think he's done a couple, like not actual film. Oh no, it might have been one or two, like... what's it called? The Aardman film about cavemen. Because it was all English.
It's not year one. It's if only there was a way we could check.
But yeah, I think he did the trailer on that one because again, it was all British talent.
But he didn't do it X Factor style.
I don't think he did it X Factor style.
Because that would be funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Getting the job,
Richard Ayoade.
Getting the job with Marvel. Coming June 20, Spider-Man, home time. That's the thing, right? I saw a friend of the show, Daniel Layton, who is a YouTuber extraordinary. He once had a full-on, like, days-long argument with people online because he recognised that. I think it's a distinctly American thing. This, when they're announcing a date in a trailer, let's say June the 20th, because I just said that, they'll say June 20.
Yeah,
not June 20th.
But I've noticed that only relatively recently in trailers.
And this was Daniel's point, because he was saying, this has happened, when did this start?
Yeah.
And the pushback that he was getting was, it's not, that's not happening. And it's like, it is.
It is,
like,
yeah.
Don't gaslight me.
Oh, it's a Mandela effect. No.
No, it's happening.
Yeah.
June 20.
I've definitely, yeah.
April 4.
Yeah, because that does, every time I hear it, it does make, like, it has
jarring.
Yeah.
It hits the ear wrong.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you do say April 4 in some...
April 4 what? What does April stand for?
Well, yeah, because there was a time where it was just a date and just a date and a month. But, I mean, when you're recording, it doesn't hurt too much to just have the year as well.
But that's got to be compliance. That's something that they're trying. Is it like just trimming it down?
I don't know.
Has TikTok rotted our minds so much that we can't even handle a thith?
Yeah, or
a thith.
I don't know. It must have been. It's definitely been
thith.
At least 5. No, it's got to be. It's probably been going for about 10 years now.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, neither do I.
No,
but it's also like the whole date thing. In my mind, you go with the smallest number and then get bigger. So date
again.
Month,
there was
year
another argument going online
triangle.
about this, where it was like, Americans. I love you, the 7 people that listen in America.
Yes,
but you do your dates wrong. Like they say it makes more intuitive sense. It doesn't.
I don't know. It might be. It's just what you grow up with, isn't it? And I suppose.
But where do you start with that? Like, why is that the thing? Like, it's
because I mean, you just get January, February, March, April, May. Like, it is. How about April the 12th? Like,
I suppose we say that in that way, don't we? We tend to say April the 12th, not the 12th of April.
So if you're trying to, let's say, like, if you do have a calendar open, if you're talking to someone about booking something, if you are going through and you go, okay, how about April 12th, if you've got it in there. But as you say, as we do as well, if you do that same thing, you then go, okay, 12th of April sound good? But I think that's just because it's our way of approaching
Sure,
it.
but I just think it makes more visual sense when you're writing it down numerically.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't put numbers at random if you were just writing down a normal number, would you?
No, that comes like it's the triangle where you've got the smallest bit at the top and then it gets bigger the further down you get.
You wouldn't write 102 as 201. That's just not a thing you would do.
No.
That's stupid.
Because that would be 201.
No, it's 102 because I've put them in ascending order of value. Yeah. Now you're thinking.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
That was like a looking into the sun kind of pain. Like you getting the full on squint.
I put them in ascending order of value, so I put the 2 first because that's the smallest.
Well, then 102.
In 102, 2 is the smallest value of those, isn't it?
1.
Well, no, because that's 100.
Ow.
Yeah, so the order is going single digit, double digit, triple digit.
I don't like
so
it.
102 would be 201.
Can we get back to the question?
Absolutely.
I really don't like this.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
This is making my soul like cringe.
Yeah. Basically, that's what Americans. That's what you're doing when you do that. You're doing that to Sean. Look at him. He's a wreck. He's fallen apart at the seams. More so than usual. Flapdoodle. Flapdoodle.
What's a flapdoodle?
It's a word that I think no one would say in a 24-hour period.
Oh, yes. That was a question, wasn't it? Flapdoodle. But does it have to be in the dictionary?
I would assume yes, because otherwise you could just say a string of letters, couldn't you?
Yeah.
In ascending order of value. Oh dear. I mean, I will say this right at the very, very top. I don't think I'll be betting much money.
No.
No, I'm not betting the farm on this.
I mean, that is 5 billion people?
Nearly.
8 billion people nearly, over nearly 200 countries, in over 1,000 languages. So it's going to be...
I mean, in that case then, the trick, I suppose, would to pick a language that very few people speak.
Yeah. Yes.
Or even better, a dead language.
Mm.
Like, I was reading, I can't remember what I was reading, but it was talking about something where a few years before, it was one of the islands in Shetland. Very, 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 very north off Scotland.
Picked or something.
Yeah, something like that. But, like, there was a dude there who was very old and he sadly died. And with him, the language of this very specific island died with him. And this is a language, let me stress, that had 6 different words for a specific type of fishing pole.
Damn.
So, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do
Well, no, they could. Yeah.
the Isle of Muck language.
Well, it's because there was it's something similar. There was a tribe of Native Americans. Well, I think they were shrinking.
Physically.
They
were becoming small.
No, like the people who could speak the language was getting increasingly smaller.
I know what you meant. I was being silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to inject a bit of levity into a conversation
sorry,
that's
this is
inevitably going to be about a genocide, so I just thought...
No, it's not. It's basically there were 2 younger members of this tribe who decided they'd learnt the language and they started rapping, like releasing rap music in that language.
Oh!
And that's it made a boom in like people learning the language again.
Interesting.
Maybe not understanding it, but like knowing the words, which I thought that's amazing. That is an amazing use of internet reach and stuff like that.
I think it might have been Dr. Livingstone, possibly. It could have been another explorer, but it was one of our wonderful explorers that go around and definitely don't do anything bad. Found like a parrot that knew like 8 words from like a native language in some jungle or other, and he recorded them because that's like the only record they had of just like these 8 words from like a parrot that was just going like or whatever. Like whatever the word. I don't know the language. I haven't looked this up.
But
I don't look anything up before I go into this.
Me neither.
It's all off the
because
dome.
I don't know what the question's going to be.
So you'd think I'd come in with loads of like a fact sheet, but I don't. I just don't think about it. It just all comes off the dome. This is all
talent.
This is not scripted.
Who'd script this shit anyway?
I mean, you'd be kicked out. You'd be kicked out of any writer's room, and you'd be like, "This is incoherent and rambling, and not a good listening experience."
Oh, now, I mean, if there was a limit on, like, you had to do, like, there was a minimum of so many speakers of said language that you could start with. But yeah, you are right. You could just choose a dead language or Aramaic or something.
Unfortunately, the news has recently come about that they've started filming The Passion of the Christ too.
Oh.
So actually, there's going to be quite a few people speaking in Aramaic. Why are you pulling a face? You're pulling a face. That's not good.
Passion of the Christ 2.
Yeah,
the sequel.
Yeah,
Jesus is back.
Probably. Yeah, he is literally. There's the whole thing with the Rock. You know, the bit where they put him in a cave.
I thought you meant it's like instead of
Dwayne Johnson's there.
They're not bringing James because
Caviezel's back as Jesus. Dwayne the Rock Johnson's playing Pontius Pilate.
He's playing Mary Magdalene.
He says, "What is your name?" And Jesus goes, "My name's Jesus." It doesn't matter what your name is.
They go,
crucify this jabroni.
they roll the rock and like, oh, what is that smell?
If you smell what Pontius is cooking. No, what I was getting at is that the Passion of the Christ 1, as it will now forever be known, was about weirdly enough, it was about the Passion of the Christ. And so Passion of the Christ 2, I assume, is cleaning up, whacking him in the hole, and then the hole rolls back.
I thought that was how it kind of ended. I thought it ended, but like I watched it once. It was a bit of a difficult watch, but yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. But
you know what it is? Because I can't stand the Aramaic language. I really can't deal with it. I don't understand it.
Apocalypto, didn't they? They record that was in. Is it ancient Mayan or
Something
Aztec?
like that. Something.
I apologise.
If only there was a way we could check. Don't correct us.
But yeah, that again, that would probably be another one that you could probably get a good bet on. People not saying one of those words in a 24-hour period.
Yeah, it's just as I say, if we're doing the bet soon, then we're going to lose the Aramaic thing because because
ancient Greek,
because Jim Caviezel and his good friend Dwayne. Can you get a stunt casting in Passion of the Christ? I'm really enjoying that as an option.
You've still got like the tattoos. And
he's changed nothing. He's in like a baseball jersey.
It is funny.
Everything else is super specific in terms of detail, except for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's probably my favourite film that The Rock was in. What is possibly Jumanji 2, because he does change, like
he does acting.
He does actually more often than not. There is an element of just he's got a big aura of. Like he's
charisma, man.
Yeah, he's got his charisma, and then like he bolts on a little bit here and there, for the role. Whereas
the sheer
Jumanji,
physical fact of him,
it's
sort of difficult to get over. Like he's enormous, and he is The Rock.
But he managed to play Danny DeVito in Jumanji too, didn't he?
I'd like to see him do more acting.
And it was good. It was hilarious. Same with Kevin Hart and was it not Donald Glover, or is it Donald Glover?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, heaven knows.
Oh, God, that's going to bug me now.
If only there was a way we could check.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had another Passion of the Christ thing. The stunt casting.
We're stuck on
I was just thinking about it, where they go, he is risen, and his name is John Cena!
They roll the rocket away, and it's like, he's not there.
That's so much better than what I was going to say. Because I was just going to say he comes out in jorts, but that is so much better. They roll back the rock. Oh, we can't see him. And then he puts an attitude adjustment on Judas. Right on the rock. No.
So now we know the next season of WWE.
They're getting biblical on their asses. John Cena's turned heel. And now he's also Jesus.
Jesus turns heel.
Jesus heel Jesus.
Anyway, what? So, what word would you choose?
Oh, I'm crying. Oh dear, that's really.
Could it be a double-barreled? A double-barreled word. Like if you put just two random words together, that would be less
like the
likely.
compound insult that centrist dads like cockwomble.
I love cockwomble. That's funny.
I've gone off it.
Oh.
I've gone off it because of the type of people that use it. Because they're boring.
I'm worried now.
They're the sort of people that like real ale.
God damn it! Stop describing me, you prick.
They've got a camera membership. You know? You feeling all right?
Feeling attacked.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. You centrist melt. I bet you bloody love West Streeting, don't you?
Don't know him.
Nah, good. He's a health secretary.
Okay, prick.
At time of recording. Which is the 2nd of April.
There we go.
I hate April Fool's Day now.
Last few years, I have completely forgotten about it.
You know why I hate it?
Why is that?
Brands. It died the second brands got involved.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
You're right. Yeah,
Sean's wife has returned home. She has flowers. And I don't know if this is going to be a recording break, so I'm going to clap now.
2 hours later.
What did you... Just the timer?
Yeah, just a timer.
Yeah, barely used that anyway.
I didn't know how long that was going to take.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shit.
What?
Huh? Click. Yeah.
So we've just come back from a minor break. Hopefully we can put some royalty-free music in to cover the
Yeah.
That's not royalty free. Where were we? We were talking about
Passion of the Christ 2, starring The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We can get back to the question if you like.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's. So the easy way to do this, and probably the correct way to do this, is to pick a dead language or a language that isn't used very much, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Let's make it a little bit harder. Let's limit it to English.
And then, which case, you could probably use sort of some scholarly words that are very rarely used.
But Sean, there are scholars who still exist. And they speak scholarly.
Scholarly.
Scholarly la la la. La 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 la. Scholarloo. No, you're all right though. Like you'd want to use like a really,
niche words.
Yeah, real niche, like the word niche.
Yeah, niche.
Americans. Hey, all 7 of you. Could be more by the time this comes out.
Yeah,
we are constantly growing, and by constantly growing, I mean maybe by like a person or two per ep. After our peak on ep 1.
Yeah.
When everyone was really
Thank you
excited,
for joining us anyway.
And then they listened to it and were like, I am not sticking around.
What is even happening?
This is a bad podcast made by bad people.
It's something you can listen to before bed.
Yeah. It will definitely send you to sleep. Except for the bits where we yell. So, we need...
cackle like gibbons.
So we need... tired now. So yeah, scholarly word, niche word, oh god,
you could even say like something silly like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but there is going to be someone somewhere,
Sean, I hate
in a 24-hour period that is going to say that, because there is, well, the films are available on streaming, but there is also a stage show.
I was about to say, that's no good. Mary Poppins is touring, available right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the UK?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sweet.
So,
that would be a good one.
2 shows a day, mate. It's going to happen twice.
Yeah.
And in fact, they actually say that word a lot in that song. I don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah.
But it's most
quite
of
atrocious,
the lyrics. It's most of the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's apart from the bit where it's quite atrocious. And when you say it, it always sounds precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And they say it backwards.
Yes, yeah.
And they spell it.
Yeah. So there's no escaping it that way.
Yeah, so not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No.
Which I also don't think is strictly speaking a dictionary word. Maybe they put it in.
I think they did. Like, it was one of those fun ones that they did a few years back.
Like, the Oxford English Dictionary being like
hey,
when
they released the new words a year.
We're not nerds. Look, we like Mary Poppins.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Like, if you your words are your thing, then yeah.
If you're
run with it.
Please don't sue us, word nerds.
Oh, I like that word nerd.
Word nerd.
That's fun to
say.
say.
That's what they should call themselves. Forget lexicographers. Like on Countdown.
Oh, that's a fun one, but word nerd is...
We on Countdown, that sound a lot better.
Yeah.
And so now we turn to lexicographer Susie Dent. Nah, we turn to word nerd Susie Dent. And she's like, I don't like that. I don't like that you've done that to me.
That does sound like that would happen more on 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's just Cat's Countdown, isn't it? Yeah. That's weird that show's still around, but the original isn't.
It's yeah, I suppose they did a whole bunch of them, didn't they?
Yeah,
they did but I think that
it was a combination day. I couldn't even tell you the other ones.
Yeah,
but that one, it had legs, and on it goes.
Yeah, even after the passing of, he was a treasure. He was
lovely Sean Locke.
Yeah.
Oh, good lad, Sean Locke.
Yes,
he was so funny.
It was challenging.
Challenging wank, yeah. That's one of the best things he saw. This is when Rachel Ryder was dressed up in a suit of armour. Challenging wank.
That one skyrocketed as well.
Like, for sure.
Everywhere.
That being said, my favourite joke that he ever told, it made me laugh every time. He said, they say that fat people are jolly, aren't they? But they're not. They can get really angry with you, really cross with you, especially when you're talking about where everyone should sit on the boat. He's a good lad. Good lad, Sean Locke.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to a good one.
Oh, man. Anyway, yes, so...
Well, Countdown's a good place to turn to for words that are a bit unusual, because...
Yeah.
I don't watch the actual Countdown because I'm not 78 years old.
Yeah.
But, like, when Cat's Countdown comes on, like, I'll give it a watch. I do try it, I'm not very good at anagrams.
No. I prefer the maths problems. I can get the maths problems more
Weirdly,
often.
I prefer the maths problems, even though I'm really bad at maths.
Yeah.
But I am so bad at anagrams that it sort of looks kind of good in comparison.
Yep,
Which is
yep,
weird because like both of us deal with words for a living.
That is interesting.
And yet, like, rearranging them and playing with them.
I think it's a specific sort of way of looking at a puzzle, though, because like I'm never good at anagrams.
I have two modes with anagrams. I either get it immediately or I will never get it ever. And there's no middle ground. So if I look at it and I don't get it straight away, I'm like, right, next one, can't do it. Moving on.
I just never get them. I
bless you.
I find it so difficult. So, but yeah, it's nope.
No, nothing.
No, I'm just trying to think. I'm just like I was even trying to think, like picture
trying
an
to think of an
anagram, and then
anagram.
I was like, "This is all in your head, dude." Like,
Do you know what I like? Palindromes. Which are things that are the same one way and backwards, like race car.
Race car.
But my favourite one is a man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
Now say that in the trailer voice.
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama, coming March 3.
Not March 3. Not March 3.
March 3.
Coming 3rd of March.
No, it
Yes,
can't. It's
it
got to be
works
March
best.
3. We're being observed. And having been spotted, she flees.
Rarely spotted Carrie.
That was Carrie's contribution to the pod.
What are they doing?
Why are they screaming about March 3? And so, do you know what? Actually, now that I'm really actually self-conscious now. Because normally we do this. When we're here, it's just us, but obviously Carrie's home today. And I have now sort of realised how annoying this must be if you're not doing it.
I'm used to it now because I've got my screen box. That I'm
Well, yeah,
in
of course, but
most
at
of
least
the
then
time.
you're sealed away in there.
That's true.
But with this, we're just two men, two white men
Giggling
mucking
away.
around on a sofa.
Yeah.
And it's like I've just realised I actually hate this podcast.
Oh God!
I hate that
Why
we're
are we
doing
here?
This is
So this
bad.
is the last episode.
Yeah, we're calling it. Tell you what, we'll fulfil our guest obligations and then we'll end. We have so many good guests coming up, you guys.
It's going to be fun.
I swear, Dan, we've got so many good guests. It's so exciting. I have been working like a
subscribe,
beaver.
follow us,
And
whatever.
ask questions, because, like, you know, I have ideas, but I can't, I need to
Well, he was given the
Shut up.
option of the guest could ask questions, but he doesn't want to give up the power.
No, I don't. And also, how are we going to find out about the guest with them asking us a question? It feels like a waste of a guest.
Well, we can. We've always been able to spin a question in whatever direction.
I don't know.
we need it.
We can't discuss the format again.
Yes,
I'm very self-conscious now.
but
That's all I wanted to say to you.
right now, do we? Before I go back to the question, there was, because you said about palindromes, but a fun word fact that I do like is the longest word you can write on one letter of a keyboard is
One line.
one line,
Yeah.
one line, one letter. Jesus,
Yeah.
is L.
Wow. Sure, it's not W.
Typewriter.
Because W is really long.
TYP. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, because it's two U's together.
Do you know what I like?
Well,
The fact that the contraction of World Wide Web is longer. Because there's World Wide Web, 3 syllables, otherwise it's WWW. Which
Oh,
is
yeah!
longer. It's a really stupid way of doing it. Just
I like
thought
to
that it was
say
in-
whiskey with water.
whiskey. Oh, it's so old-fashioned.
There's a Rob
Please
Brydon joke for you.
That was a Rob Brydon joke.
Yeah.
Okay, well, credit him. Fucking hell. Rob, if you want to come on the podcast, he probably doesn't. He's got his own very successful podcast.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Rob Brydon and
National treasure.
National Treasure. International Treasure, because he's Welsh.
Yes.
Yeah. That doesn't count.
Well,
No, we don't count him as an international treasure because he's Welsh. Don't look at me like that. We don't.
he has been in other stuff though, like
Well,
in
places
films.
places
like,
other than Wales.
No, he's like in popular films.
Yeah, he was in Lockstock.
So it would have been like other people, or in other than the UK.
There was, if you remember, there was a point-and-click version of Discworld
Yes.
Discworld 2 specifically. Rob Brydon
Missing
is...
Presumed.
Missing Presumed. Rob Brydon is all over that. Did you not realise?
No, I did not.
He plays Ridcully. He plays Windle Poons. He plays Skaz. Like, he plays so many...
That was my favourite game.
The voice cast, the three...
years
if I named you the 3 male voice casts...
I knew it was game, Eric Idle.
Eric Idle, Rob Brydon, and Nigel Planer.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, wow. That's a cast and a half, isn't it? You would kick that out of bed.
And it's still, like, the animation of it still holds up as well.
Still holds up because it's simple.
It's simple, and it's just... The comedy in it is just... perfect.
But yeah. Rob Brydon playing when
oh man, that's so exciting! I'm going to play it again
after
now.
this. You're going to go watch a Let's Play.
Oh, I'm going to do a Let's Play.
Absolutely.
People need to...
Loudmouth Gaming.
Yes.
On YouTube. That's Sean's
self-plug
streaming thing.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely I'd watch that. I'd buy that for $1.
There was some great, like, early point and click games like that as well. I think it was a simple format,
because it was
but
coming
it was
out of
so many puzzles as well. So
it was coming out of like LucasArts at the time, like stuff like Day of the Tentacle and Grim Fandango, that kind of stuff.
Sam and Max Hit the Road. Or is it the original Indiana Jones game where you didn't need? Monkey Island. Yes,
nostalgia. We should get from the last episode. We should get one of those, and it might not be the last episode because we might put a guest episode in between this one.
Probably
the last Just the Boys episode. We need one of those emulators again. Play Monkey Island.
Scum VM, I think it is.
Scum VM.
Yeah, it's essentially an emulator, but it's an engine that can run those old types of MS-DOS games.
Right.
Because obviously DOS doesn't really work anymore, so it's gone.
I was watching there's a guy on YouTube, I finished a video game, it's called. He does like retrospectives of like series and stuff. I just recently finished watching his Prince of Persia retrospective. And of course that first one was MS-DOS.
Yeah.
Because like Jordan Mechner, the guy who made like rotoscoped his brother jumping around in pyjamas.
And I still remember how smooth that looked, especially in comparison to everything else.
Well, at the time, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, I think he said it in the video that, like, you've got this guy rolling and tumbling and jumping in all the smooth motion, and Mario at the time had 2 sprites, standing and jump.
Yeah. Damn.
Good times.
Words.
Words. So we need something that is very rarely used. Like, you don't want to have something like and. Or like, because I've said that several times there. So, what's your favourite obscure word?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, good.
No. You put me on the spot, and my brain just sort of you've got such a choice. I get choice paralysis all the time.
I mean, you've got free reign to say as many as you like. That's the beauty of pod.
Yeah.
Oh, I say free reign. You've got 12 minutes and 40 seconds.
Like Fadangle.
Fadangle?
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Fadangle, like, it's sort of working your way through something clumsily.
Oh, Fadangle. That's quite nice. I like that. Yeah, Fadangle.
It's, sort of like, it was overtaken by jank. Like, you can jank things together.
Yeah. Fadangle's a lot nicer.
It sounds very English, though.
Do you know the, this is sort of like a broader thing about language. Have you heard of Kiki and Booba?
Is that a show?
No. It's like a thing.
No.
This is really bad for a podcast, but like it's a visual thing. Basically, the scientist presents people from all different cultures and languages 2 shapes. One of them sort of like has curved edges, like a child's drawing of a cloud, and the other one's got like really spiked things like that. And they say this is Kiki and Booba, which is which. And across all languages, Booba is the soft, rounded one, and Kiki, just because of the sharpness of the consonants. I do,
yeah. I find that fascinating about language.
It's like, across the whole thing, and like how like M and B is letters that almost always are maternal. Like you're like a mama or a baba or something like that. That's just universal in all languages.
And then ba is dad in some languages, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's broadly speaking.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Language is interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got to use a more complex word as well, because it's something that has more. You need more like intent behind the word before to be able to say it, because you can't have, as you say, something like ma ba, mama, baba, because they're so easy to say you can accidentally say them. So if you have something with either more syllables or
we're trying to exclude babies here.
Yeah, well, of course it's excluding babies, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, if we want to win this bet, we need to exclude babies and young children.
What they say, it doesn't count.
Yeah, so we got to get them out. So we can't use mama baba. We've got to be using. But then again, I mean, I don't know. Point is, like I said at the very top of this, I don't fancy this bet. I really do not fancy this bet,
because all it needs is one person to.
And I don't know how they're tracking this, but it's got to be. It's a big undertaking.
Yeah,
but I'm sure Harry Bolton has a plan.
But you can't have two. It can't be the most. Or the longest word, or like anti-disestablishmentarianism, something like that, because people like using that as a fact.
I remember that used to be a thing. That's a fact that you used to share in the playground. They probably don't do that now. They're all about skibbity toilet or whatever.
Well, they do have skibbity toilet.
Mr. Beast coming up for the second time today.
God damn it!
But,
I think it is still one of those, because I love that, even from being a kid to whatever age you are, if you've got that weird fact, you just like telling it to everyone.
Facts are great. One of our upcoming guests is a fact man, and that's always very exciting, because I always think to myself, I'm thinking to myself, that's going to be very interesting, because we'll ask him a stupid question and then just sit and let him talk.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And then it's like one of those ones when you're a kid and you're free to ask any question that springs into your mind.
Well, we've spoken about this, haven't we? The fractal why questions.
Yeah. That was on why, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been. I don't know if it might have been why. Or it might have been one of the others. I can't tell anymore. My brain is fried.
What about you? What, like, lesser known words or unusual words?
Well, I've used a couple on the pod because I just like using them. So crepuscular is one of my favourites, which we've discussed before. That's sort of like the dusk time. I just think it's got a nice mouthfeel. When it comes to some of my favourite words, it's all about mouthfeel for me. Because there are some words that are just sticky and horrible to say.
Even when you put them into, like, in different orders as well, some words, even though individually they're nice, if you're putting them together, as I've had multiple times, then, well, they are like tongue twisters, aren't they? So your mouth is then just sort of stumbling over them instead of...
How are you with tongue twisters as a voice artist?
I like doing them. I'd use them as a warm-up.
You've got to practice with them, right? Yeah, very much the same. Very much the same.
There's one...
What are the ones you use? What are your particular ones?
There's one that I do like. What's her name? Charlie...
XEX.
No. She was in... she's Janine in EastEnders. Bring It Back Again. Charlie Brooks? No.
There's a way we can check. Please don't sue us.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it
Charlie.
Was... Yeah, Charlie.
Janine.
Janine. Mrs. Puggy Wuggy has a square cut punt, not a round cut punt, but a square cut punt. It's round in the middle and square in the front. Mrs. Huggy Wuggy has a square cut punt.
Oh, you were really playing with that there, because that was dangerous.
That's why I love that one.
You picked that one because there was a chance you would have had to have beeped something.
That's why I like that one.
Whoa!
And I do like the danger.
You're playing with
tongue
fire
twist as well.
Well, there's one which I actually genuinely can't do this. So I'm going to do it a word at the time because I can't do this at any kind of speed. It's the sixth sheik's sixth sheep's sick.
The sixth sheik's
sixth sheep's sick. Yeah.
Oh.
It is brutal. I've never been able to do it. And inevitably I'm like, the sixth shit.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's really hard.
I'll need to practice that one as well.
Yeah. Do it now, quickly.
The sixth sheik's sixth sheep sick.
Okay. I stand corrected. That was amazing. Shit.
The sixth sheep's sixth sheep sick.
Oh my god! I feel so inadequate. I feel self-conscious. I feel inadequate. I'm falling apart.
This is how I do my stuff. You're so good at everything else.
Now, don't start that, and don't try and dap me up now. You've shown my ass. My bum's out. I'm naked and afraid. I'm shivering. You've nuded me.
But
I feel so exposed. Right, I'm gonna try it. Here we go. I'm not scared. One time, no thought.
There we go.
Okay. The 6 sheets. I'm gonna have some water.
Yeah.
I hope you know this is the rest of the episode. Okay, 3, 2, 1. One time, no thought. The 6 sheets. I guess one time, no thought. Here we go. First time. Here we go. The 6 sheets. Okay, right. First time.
I'm going to put beeps into between each one of these as well.
Okay. Oh, I'm panicking. Okay. That's fine.
No, just relax.
I'm a professional actor.
Actually, I can bring a method that I use in that can help.
He's off. He's off. The 6 sheets. Right.
This is a brand new pencil.
He's got a brand new pencil.
Right.
Papa's got a brand new pencil.
In your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And try and say it slowly with this in your mouth, but try and pronounce it.
Okay.
As popularly. So, just like behind your canines if you can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now try and say it as properly as you can to pronounce everything.
Okay. The 6 sheep sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
The 6 sheep sick.
Now take it out.
The 6 sheep 6. You were so confident that was going to work.
You were saying it so clearly. It's like your brain just decided to pull out.
Right, one time, no thought. Hang on, I'm just going to put a pencil in my mouth again. That seemed to help briefly. Okay, here we go. Okay, the 6 sheep sick. The 6 sheep sick. The 6 sheep shit.
Why can you say it better with a pencil in your mouth?
Because it limits the lip movement.
It does.
It limits my lip movement, and my lips get in a flap.
But
They're getting a flap doodle. Sean.
Flap doodle, there we go again.
Oh, but I've just said it, so that precludes it, doesn't it?
Oh.
I've used it twice in a 24-hour period.
Oh, there we go. Are we just spoiling his bet then? He's already made
It's
the
our
bet.
bet!
Well, no, he's probably made a bet and then he's sort of...
So he was hoping that this wouldn't come up. Oh, no. I picked the word chic. I really thought they weren't going to say chic. I mean, why would they be talking about a royal sultan of sorts? But no, the 6 sheep sick.
There we go!
Don't ask me to do it again.
We'll call it there.
Because I can't. Oh, wow. That was... That's the most intense thing. Oh, wow. Right. So, getting back to brass... that's a bit. That's a crutch. I've noticed that. That's a crutch that I always use.
What, brass tacks?
Yeah. I don't use it in real life, but on this pod, I use it all the time.
Well, I use... It's interesting.
Yes, you do say it's interesting.
A lot.
Yeah.
But I am interested a lot as well.
Another one you do, now that we're analysing each other...
Oh, great.
Is... As you're trying to formulate a thought, you'll punctuate it with a yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
You'll start a thought, you sort of be like, I think Peter Dixon, is,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. How many times, yeah is a word that we absolutely could not place.
No.
Verbal tics. It's interesting because, obviously over the course of this, we've been listening back. And I'm noticing those verbal tics, and I hate myself more every day.
Oh, yeah. Like, to the point where they annoy you, and you're like, how do people tolerate me?
I really thought that I was annoying before the podcast, and now I have had it confirmed several times over.
Yep.
I am a frustrating little boy.
Right. So what is your word?
The word I'm going to go for, because I really think there's a chance that it won't be used, is squeam.
Ooh. That is a weird sounding word as well. It sounds like Yeah.
as in squeamish. But I feel like if you're squeamish, that implies the existence of squeam. So I'm going to say squeam.
That's a good...
I don't know if it's an actual word. However, I'm putting no more than a 5 on it.
Yeah.
Because I really think I'm going to... I don't know what the odds are, but I really think someone's going to... Because if I can think of it, then someone's probably going to say it in a 24-hour period, is my view.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be one that you can't think of, because then inevitably no one else is going to think of it.
Okay. Tinned. Because there's tinder, as in what you use to make fire.
Oh, Sean, you see, the problem was I thought you meant tinned, as in it is in a tin.
Oh, tinned. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was sort of like, that's interesting, because like they're available in most supermarkets. Like there's a tin can aisle. I was like, I don't know about this, Sean.
Just because, well, if it's tinder, so it's of something. So
I
if you
just
take
realised
the
what you're
off,
doing. So yeah, so it's tinned because there's tinder and therefore tindest.
yeah,
Tindest.
tindest,
Tindest.
tindetta.
Terminator Tinder. I can't remember whether it was. Oh, I can't remember which comedian it was, but it might have been Lee Mack actually. But it was
He's so quick that.
it was a northern accent thing, where someone from the north would be trying to say it isn't in the tin.
Tisn't tin tin.
Tin tin tin.
Oh, it is. Yeah, tisn't.
Tin tin tin.
Amazing.
And therefore, tin is not one other word that we can't use. But tinned is fine.
Yeah,
So
tin.
tin. In answer to your
Like
question,
finger,
Harry,
I was going to say finger,
fing.
but is there a fing?
Oh, that's a person with a really strong Essex accent describing a thing. Oh, what's that thing? Yeah. So in answer to your question, Harry Bolton,
Yes.
squeam and tinned.
Both one-syllable words as well.
Yeah. Despite us saying that it needed loads of syllables, we've decided against that. We can never agree on anything.
No, or we say one thing and then we're hypocrites.
We're hypocrites.
Yes.
We're hippos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With crits, we roll 20s.
We're a hippo rolling 20s, baby. Yeah, boy.
That's another merch thing then.
A hippo rolling 20s. To go with our
Hypocrites.
to go with our
Don't sue us.
Beckinsale shorts. Still, I still think about that on the daily.
Yes. But yes, thank you so much for listening. And if you would be so kind, please rate us 5 stars, follow us, send us a comment or something on Spotify if you're listening on that platform. And
my understanding is that it does genuinely help. Like I said, I've been in the bowels of the statistics, and we do genuinely pick up people on Spotify who are just searching for a podcast.
yeah,
And ours does come up, and it's more likely to do so if you comment and share it around. It really does help. So if you would be so good, it would be very much appreciated. I'm not going to go on my rant when I say how easy it would be.
yes,
You know how easy it would be. So just do it.
just do it.
Like Nike.
And thank you again for listening.
Nike
And
or
we'll-
Nike?
Nike,
Adidas or Adidas?
Adidas,
Puma or Puma?
Puma.
Yeah. Problem solved. You look panicked. Why are you panicked?
No, it was just because, well, Nike in my head is because it's bike. So you wouldn't say bikey.
Well, no, but it's named for the Greek goddess of something.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I've all, because it's always, and then Adidas is because it's named after Adi Dassler.
Adidas.
No.
Where does that come from?
My Adidas is from Run DMC.
Yeah, but I also think there's a certain age of person in Britain who says
okay.
Adidas. My mother says
And
Adidas.
Puma or Puma.
I just said I said 2 words that are the
Oh,
same.
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a heteronym.
Yeah.
Go back to episode 1.
Right, okay, well, thank you very much for listening. That was meant to be finished, but yeah, we'll see you
No, I
next time.
decided to ask another question. And you will answer it, because that's the premise of the
Thank you for listening to Shut Up and Answer the Question. I am Sean Antony, at Sean Antony VO everywhere, and my co-host is Ethan Lawrence, Ethan D. Lawrence everywhere. If you want to follow the pod, on Instagram we are on Shut Up and Answer Pod, and on TikTok we are Shut Up Pod. If you've got a question that you'd like us to answer, send it to shutuppod@yahoo.com. That is SHUTUPPOD@yahoo.com. The music was by Eyes on Legs, and the artwork was by Kitsune Kei. Thank you very much, Podbean, for hosting our podcast. And we will see you next time.